Welcome to Shark Watch, episode 70. Last night we had the Mikael seminar down at Mat Shark. Pretty good turnout, about 16 on the mat I think total, 15 or 16. Reasonably good numbers for a no-gi seminar. We covered off wrestling, and he also went through some leg attacks as well. So in the wrestling we definitely went through some more sort of fundamental type stuff, along with some good details around fireman carry and high crotch takedowns. And then during the leg lock component, a little more complex, a little more technical, but pretty much covered some passing pathways into the legs, using like the Jason Rao style backstep and sort of a Craig Jones style rolling through onto the leg as well. A couple of pretty nice entries, pretty effective stuff. Takes a while to grasp the leg attacks, and the particular details are a little more, I don't know, they're sort of required a little bit more for the technique to work correctly. So I saw some of the guys struggling a little bit with that, but towards the end of the technique section, the guys were really starting to get it, and it was looking quite smooth actually. A couple of new details in there for myself as well, which I'll definitely be adding to my game to increase the success of my no-gi entanglements. I have a pretty particular sort of leg lock style that I play anyway, but there's always some gold in there to learn from other people to add in, especially someone as skillful as Mikael. So I'll definitely be adding that to my personal game as well. He also went through a bit of a Q&A section, which is pretty cool. So a few people were able to ask very specific questions, and I think that's where most of the learning sort of took place actually. I think everyone took away from the seminar bits and pieces throughout the wrestling and the leg locks, but people definitely got specific answers for their personal game and game structure during that Q&A section. So some really nice catered information, which is always really helpful. I wish more guys did that in their seminars, more of a Q&A section. I think he answered about 10 questions, so that was really awesome of him to do that as well. On top of that, we have Jeremy Skinner visiting in a month's time. So Jeremy will be here on March the 6th at 6 p.m. If you get in quick, the first tickets are going for $75. After the first 10 tickets are sold, it'll be $100. So $100, $75 for the first 10, and then as soon as that 10th one's sold, it's $100 per ticket. So if you're keen on learning high level leg attacks, Jeremy will be here and he'll be covering that. And it's only $75 if you get in now. If you miss out on the early bird, it's $100, which is still a pretty solid deal. So Jeremy is one of the super young, I think he's about 24 years old, super young, up and coming absolute MMA competitors who's doing really well right now in no-gi competition. He just had a recent win over Jake O'Driscoll via triangle. He's also fought on Polaris, Grapple Fest. He's had quite a few solid performances as of late, and his leg lock game is extremely technical and extremely effective. So I implore you to check that one out. On top of that, we also have a grading coming up pretty soon in March. So that grading will cover off quite a few people at our club, because we have a few that'll be due for tips and possibly a belt or two depending on attendance and so forth between now and then, which will be pretty nice. During that though, it's a great opportunity to get some extra rounds in and just get some training in. The grappling that takes place at the gradings is always a little bit more rough and high level, because guys are grading, so they're naturally going to go a bit harder. So it's a great chance to get in some rough rolls. If you're a competitor, I reckon you should definitely check that out, just because it's an easy way to get to roll a bunch of different people, different body types, and get some solid rounds in where guys are going pretty hard. So it's basically like, if you're not grading, treat it as a big competition style class. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next episode.